I just love to run. I just love the feeling of running fast, and it feels like flying for me. Especially with a disability, I can feel like I can accomplish anything because it's all your own hard work. I have cerebral palsy. I'm also fully deaf. I wear cochlear implants. My motto is, you can do anything you want. Dream big, because if you don't hit your dream, at least you'll fall in the clouds. I can't imagine a life without sport because it's become such a big part of my life.
Nice and tall and long.
Representing New Zealand is such a cool thing. Obviously, I want to go to the Paralympics to Paris. But coming up, I'm competing at the Oceania Championships, and I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do with a little training. So I have cerebral palsy.
Really good improvement.
I have the two most uncommon types of cerebral palsy, ataxia and anthoid.
Here we go. You've got the rhythm. You're away.
What that means is that I am prone to be more fatigued very easily. Also, I don't have very much muscle tone. I'm very floppy. So that's why I probably choose to just do the 1 and 2 in terms of the fatigue. It can really show in the last 20 metres of the 200. I have to work so hard to keep my posture, but if I was to do anything longer than 200 metres, it'll probably literally die and exhaust. I feel pretty privileged with my cerebral palsy. I'm not restricted to a wheelchair or walking frames or something that other cerebral palsy people need to have to get around. But I don't know if that's going to be something down the future, if I might need those to help me get around. And so I'm able to do things now, so why not do them now?
Oh, are you ready?
Yeah, he's going.
Oh, you didn't tell us that.
I need to sit up straight.
Yeah, suck your fat guts in.
That's not the problem.
It's my problem.
I don't know what it is.
Look at you there. Look how cute you were.
I love my mum. Just because my mum's been by my side my whole life, basically, and she's been through a lot with me.
How yellow you were when you were born. Here you are, having your light treatment. This is on your oxygen, but your skin's looking a lot better colour here. Danielle is a little bit quirky, but she's always laughing, and she has this infectious laugh that she can light up a room when she walks in and just makes everybody laugh. Yeah, she's amazing, really amazing, her whole attitude. I remember when you used to play under here, and the first time I came in one day and you were lying on your tummy, even though I'd put you on your back. And I was so excited that you'd rolled over because they had told me that you were going to take a long time to do any kind of movement and you may not ever roll over.
My mum is my hero. She's everything I praise to be. But you see, that was a thing that sparked you to not believe what the doctor said.
Yeah, that's when I started having some hope, actually.
Do you think if you didn't see me roll over, you wouldn't have done anything?
I don't know. Hard to know. I think you would have got there eventually. We would have...
Eventually.
Kept on trying different things.
Right from the start, she has never given up on me. She didn't accept what the doctors told her at the hospital around, I was going to be brain damaged, I was going to be deaf, I was going to be in a wheelchair, I wasn't going to be able to walk. But she honestly, strong-willed, did not believe that. Oh, and here's when you ran around the field. Your first cross-country that you managed to do without falling over. Go away. So many cool memories. I remember the first time she managed to do cross-country and run a whole lap of the school field
without falling over, and her teacher aide and I were standing on the sidelines and we watched and we just burst into tears because we had watched her and been working on her balance, and was huge.
I was very lucky to grow up in a small country school, and so I wasn't bullied because of my disability. I was just bullied because that's just what kids do. And honestly, I was never felt to feel any different than anyone else because of my disability. I mean, I knew that I had hearing aids, I knew I had cerebral palsy, but it didn't define me.
Look at you playing netball.
One of the things that did define me was cerebral palsy, is that your condition can get worse over time. And so that's influenced me to make sure that I am living the life that I want to live now. So like making sure to make the most of what I have and what I can do. So like going skydiving and bungee jumping, because those are cool experiences, and just making the most of what I can do, because you never know what's going to happen. So this is my bucket list. I've always had a bucket list. Because of my cerebral palsy, I don't really know how much I can do when I get older, so I try to live my life to the fullest now, every year. So I actually think probably already ticked off a few. So I've ticked that one off because I got my full licence. And then I'll finish my degree next year.
Was Paralympian there?
No, actually, it's not on there. There is no Paralympics on the list. I think because I created it a few years ago, Paralympics wasn't on the radar. I was just training and just wasn't a thing that I wanted to do until I actually got selected, and I was like, okay, we're going. Yeah. I don't really have much to do with athletics on my bucket list, probably because it's so new that it's like, don't know what I can do yet, but gold medal's the aim now. Going to the Halberg Games is actually where the whole, like, basically the point of the journey began. I ran like really well, and then a coach picked me up and he's like, hey, you have talent, you should go and pursue it.
She'd posted the time in the 16 seconds, which made it around 70% of world record. And by the second year, she'd knocked another second off that.
I tried to just run my own race, just concentrate on myself and pull myself back up and keep lifted and just run.
She sets her sights very, very high, and she works really hard to get them. And she takes on a lot.
Danny, this is Mrs. Johnson.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too, Danny.
It's a bit surreal to me because I don't see myself as a celebrity. I'm still same old Danielle, and so asking to go into schools and stuff, I'll just put my hand up and say, yeah, sure thing.
Morena tātou, how are you all? How are you feeling this morning? Are you guys excited to have us in your school today? Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty excited too.
I really like just going and spending time with the kids and sharing my medals with them, to showing them what they can do if they wanted to aim for something crazy like the Paralympics or the Olympics in their situation. Yeah. Hi, my name is Danielle and I'm a Paralympian. So I have a disability, 2 disabilities. I am hearing impaired, so I wear cochlear implants, and I also have cerebral palsy. So I do the sport track and field athletics. I went to the Paralympic Games last year in Tokyo, and I got a silver medal in the 200 metres and a bronze medal in the 100 metres. So if you guys just want to pass them around, and you're welcome to touch them and hold them. They just become so immersed in looking at the medal. They just think it's the coolest thing ever, that that's just all they're focusing on, and it's so cool to just see them all like wow over the medal. So, you guys should each have 2 balls, okay? So you're gonna have the white one. Okay, just wait for me. Okay, not past me. Good job. Okay, now start from you. It's been really cool to come back to school and actually be involved with the kids, and actually, my dream was to come and be a teacher. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do, but so it's still cool to work with the kids.
Danny.
Yeah.
I'm Zach Schultz. I've got cerebral palsy. It affects left side of my body. The best thing about today was how I get to join in the games that they're playing. I don't miss out.
I just want to create more awareness around disability and how to be inclusive, because you hear crazy stories around what schools are doing that are just so wrong for kids that have disabilities. So it's just cool to be able to go and share my story, a successful disability story, and just inspire some kids to push against those people that say you can't do that, because we can do it.
Who's going to be the closest? You are all left to choose.
Good job!
Needs to be theorised across other disciplines.
I am a strong believer in having a balance in my life, so I also study at university doing a Bachelor of Social Science. I'm really enjoying my Bachelor, I love it, but I'm also really excited to be finished next year, go into the workplace and do some work, yeah, and get paid for it. It can be quite hard because I'm hearing impaired, and so when there's teachers talking or other students are talking and they're not talking like at the camera or clear, or there's like lots of people like talk over each other, but because Zoom will only pick up one person, so then like you get bits and bits of each other.
Across institutions and organisations, the challenges that you see in this.
Sometimes I forget that I'm hearing impaired. I wore hearing aids at the age of 2, right to I think age 15, and then I got cochlear implants. It can be challenging in my athletics, especially at the start, because I worry a bit that I won't hear on your marks, get set, go. And so I have to block out all the other sound and just really concentrate on hearing that gun, because that's the most important thing, and because that can mean the difference between winning and losing. I have to wear a headband because in previous races my cochlears have actually fallen off, so I just have to wear a headband because I run too fast just to support the cochlears, to hold on, just to give it a bit more support.
That was a really hard decision to make, to get her implanted with the cochlears, because there was a chance that when they feed the cochlear implant through the ear that they damage the hair cells, and when that happens, damages it for life. So it was a big risk that I took to implant her, but it paid off.
You get electrons wired into your cochlea, then you have to retrain the brain how to hear, because with my hearing aids, I was hearing acoustically, whereas with the cochlear implants, you're hearing electronically. So everything's new to the brain, so the brain has no idea what the sounds are. And so at the beginning, it was a lot of beeps and very staticky, yeah, because the brain had no idea what it was. You can only control what you can control. Some situations are crazy and you might get stressed. You can't control it, just control your reaction or control your response to it, because it's out of your hands. It's a huge privilege to wear the silver fern. You put so much work and effort and sacrifice and time into doing what you do every single day. Obviously, I would love to get medals and get good times, but I just want to get out there and just run the best that I can at Oceanias. I thought I was free from COVID. I thought I escaped it. Psych, no, I didn't. I got it a few weeks ago. I've heard of people talk about it as that they just get a little bit tired, a little sore throat. No. That's not what I got. Honestly, I was in bed for the entire week. So sick, sleeping the entire thing.
what do you want to achieve today if we're doing blocks? Is there anything you've got in mind?
No, I just want to see how they feel. But am I allowed to go 100% other than or no?
Up to you, because you know how your body is feeling, right?
But I'm not allowed to do 100% yet of sprinting.
Yeah, well, I mean, our guidelines from high performance is that we shouldn't be, so maybe we don't. But the problem with that is you do have to come out of the blocks quite quick, otherwise you're going to fall on your nose.
I was expecting to just be able to go back to training, like nothing happened, but it's been a process because it hasn't felt amazing going to training. I don't think I'm fully recovered. I've still got a little bit of a cough and like a bit of a chest ache, but I'm hoping that I can still perform. And then the whole protocol to get back into sport, to make sure that you don't get long COVID, especially so close to Oceanias.
Set. I reckon these conditions are going to be nice for running. Just a nice little puff on the back. It's not 2 metres by the look of it.
Yeah, the good news is that I've got over COVID, but now I've got bad news, which is my back hurts so much. When I first arrived here on Saturday, it was all right, but then that whole Sunday I was literally like, I was crying and like literally nothing had helped my back, like everything, like standing, putting my shoes on, getting dressed, it was just agony pain. And so, yeah, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna run. So we've had to change the start because the crouch start, it's too sore in my back. So we're gonna do a standing start, which is not the best start that I want to do, but once I'm up and going, I should be fine. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's do it. Because once you're underway, you're fine. When you're not well and your body's not doing what it normally does, that surely will impact. To what degree, we'll find out. But she will do her absolute best, that's for sure. That's who she is.
So if you haven't done your best, then I feel pretty stinking. I'm like, I could have done better.
On your marks.
I'm always just make sure I do my best, and if I do my best and it's a silver or bronze medal, I'm happy.
Set.
My happy place is just running. Everything works, and then when everything works, it just feels like flying for me. I always have a huge smile on my face. It's just so cool to be able to run. Yeah, I just love it.
Representing New Zealand, Danielle Aitchison.
The longer goal is Paralympics. I want to go back and try harder and try and win gold. So yeah, I'm aiming for the stars to win gold medal or even get 2 gold.
I think she's pretty amazing. And we've been on a heck of a journey because of her disability, but it's been 100% worthwhile. I wouldn't change it.
I like my life the way it is, and it's made me for who I am. And I'm pretty proud of who I am today, so yeah, I wouldn't change anything for the world.